They are going to summon DPE. Wonderful. DPE is a dark monster with 2500 attack. I activate Eradicator.
Hey guys, this is Ahrima, and while I was editing the next Lair Critias video, I realized that I had a bunch of games recorded that didn't really fit with the deck profile I was using since I cut out the artifact engine for the next Lair video, trying to play some more budget cards. Not that the deck is super budget, but committing to 5 ultra rares for the artifact engine is a pretty big ask. Anyway, I wanted to put out something really quick while I was working on the next few videos, and I do have more Lair Critias stuff in the works, but I'm going to try to mix it in with other deck videos so you guys don't get tired of it.
This is Lair Critias! Ahrima, this is the 7th week in a row you've shown Lair Critias in class!
Anyway, that's enough of me talking. Let's jump into the games.
Lair of Darkness. On the draw this time, and we're up against Dark Magician. Weird Dark Magician. Playing Breaker the Magical Warrior in 2022. More power to you, bro. So we go Fang of Critias for Mirror Force Dragon, and they go ahead and summon a couple Dark Magicians. And the funny thing is, we really wanted to get rid of their Breaker, because, okay, if you don't know, Breaker's an old card. It can get rid of the spell counter it puts on itself to destroy a spell trap. And we really want to keep our spell traps, so we wanted to destroy the Breaker so they couldn't get rid of them. And then we just set a few cards and pass, one of them being Scythe, so that is a landmine, and they top deck Palladium Oracle Mahad. Funny enough, Mirror Force Dragon is a light monster, so they don't gain attack when they swing at it, but I was interrupted. They grab Dark Magic attack off of the Eternal Soul, and then wipe our back row. So, well played, Dark Magician, well played. But one of them, of course, is Scythe. So we are going to summon Scythe and turn off their extract for this turn. And what a lot of people don't realize, this is why Mirror Force Dragon is so incredibly strong. It doesn't have to be the target of the attack. He says if one of your monsters is targeted for an attack, not him, any of your monsters is targeted for an attack, he gets to destroy all of your opponent's cards. What? Like, that's insane. That's actually really, really strong. So we destroy all their cards, and one of them is Eternal Soul, which means these two are going to get destroyed as well. So he summons another, and he scoops it up. Mirror Force Dragon is so good, guys. Alright, on the play, once again. And we have Tour Guide, summon out Lilith, and set some cards past turn. Maybe this should have been Scarm. Oh. They activate Prohibition. They realize that we're playing Lair of Darkness, only they call the wrong monster. They call Lich Lord King of the Underworld, which I imagine is what they thought this card was called, but it is not. That is not what it's called, so we activate Trap Trick and set Eradicator, and then tribute some stuff, summon Scythe, just for good measure, so we can swing it on our next turn, and we get to activate Diabolos because he's not Lich King. And we call trap cards. Destroy 4 trap cards, which is pretty good. And we can resummon Diabolos during the battle phase. Swing in. Unfortunately, could not kill them, but that's okay. We want to get rid of their last card. They say top of the deck. We know it's a Raigeki. We don't really care. So we know they're going to destroy that, but they have no other options. So we draw a Mirror Force, which we have Fang of Critias, so we can go into Mirror Force Dragon and swing in. So GG's. Honestly, the Prohibition thing was an easy mistake. Maybe you should have just like Googled it really quick. You have plenty of time, but no harm, no foul. GG's. All right, Lair going first with a mediocre start, but we do have Fang of Critias up to Mirror Force Dragon, which is kind of cool. And we see the Frightful Patchwork, and we think they're Despia. So we just go ahead and summon Scythe and turn off their extract, but they're actually Fluffal Frightfurs. So they can't do anything. And we grab a Crush card. So we're just going to swing over their monsters. And activate Lair and set 2. So they're going to reactivate their Patchwork. And they can actually do some really cool things. Fluffal's a cool fusion deck, so they go for Kraken. And they target our Mirror Force Dragon, and they are able to send it, but Mirror Force Dragon, of course, is going to destroy all of their cards they control. That's why they needed to get that off board first. And in response, I go ahead and tribute their monster for a Crush card using Lair of Darkness. And they revealed that they had 2 polys. So, okay. Noted. And they can't do anything. And we give them a token. And we draw Eradicator off the top. And they have 2 spell cards in hand. I wonder what I'm going to pick with Eradicator. So that must be the card that they just drew, because we knew that they had 2 polymerizations. And they go Verte. I'm like, oh, perfect. Are you going to summon DPE? Because that'd be great. They are going to summon DPE. Wonderful. DPE is a dark monster with 2500 attack. I activate Eradicator. Tribute it. Choose spell cards and destroy all the cards in their hand. Oh, it's terrible. And there it is. GG's. Well played.
We are on the draw this time, and our opponent sets a ton of cards and just passes. So I'm not really sure what they're playing at this point. We do manage to fetch our Lair of Darkness, and we go Fang of Critias into Mirror Force Dragon. And we swing in, and we're playing against Graydles. If you have not played against Graydles, I would consider you lucky. This deck is a very slow stall deck that I don't think is even that good, to be honest, so maybe I shouldn't be complaining about it. We do manage to get into our Eradicator, and we summon Scythe as a blocker just because Graydles really don't go into the extra deck all that much. Scythe wouldn't be that helpful. So we just kind of have to keep passing and hoping for the best. If I target the Mirror Force Dragon with the Ring of Destruction, then he would destroy all of my cards. So I need to try to find an out for it, and I do manage to find a Mirror Force, ironically. So they are going to swing in with my Mirror Force Dragon, and I'm going to Mirror Force my own Mirror Force Dragon. So that's pretty funny. And this game goes on for a really long time. I don't really know what I need to do here, because I could summon Ahrima, but they're probably just going to take control of it. I could go for a Lair of Darkness, but I mean, I don't have anything to do with it right now, and their monsters aren't strong enough for me to tribute for Eradicator. So they pop Skill Drain here, which actually helps us more than it helps them, I think. It does keep our Destruction Dragon at bay, because we would just be able to pop all of their cards just one by one each turn. And they go Phantom Knights, and they get got by their own Skill Drain a couple times here. They kill our Ahrima, but it's not like we really had much to do with it anyway. We draw another Lilith, so the Skill Drain actually helps us here because the Lilith's attack stays at 2000, so we can crash with their Phantom Knights. And they just keep passing because their Spell Trap Zone is totally full. We draw a Tour Guide, so we just summon it. Maybe we can get in some damage, set up a clock, but they have a Shadow Chain, which is really funny. Fiendish Chain, which I haven't seen in a while. This, of course, gets got by their own Skill Drain again. And then we draw Lair, and there's still nothing we can do. We're just hoping to draw Diabolos at one point, you know, and we finally do manage to draw him. We go Lilith, and they Solemn Judgment our Lilith because Diabolos would really be our only out to this board. They can't target him, and they can't tribute him, so he can't be got by Kaijus, which is really good. And they keep pulling stuff back and summoning stuff. So I think they do Synchro Summon here. Yep, into Amatrix. And they get rid of our Tour Guide, but again, that doesn't really matter. We have a Lair in hand as well as our Lord of the Lair. So we draw into Trap Trick, and we can finally activate our Eradicator to get rid of all of their trap cards, which is really good. They had 2 Lost Winds down too. So Destruction Dragon, going to destroy their spell card that would help them draw, and we get to summon a token. So we actually get Kaiju'd here by the Gamma Seal, and we get to summon our Diabolos from there, tributing our monster with their Kaiju. And we give them a token. And Diabolos, I just don't think their deck can deal with. So it's really good for us that we finally managed to draw into it. And we have a Crush card. It does get rid of their Graydle, so they can't take our Kaiju back. But unfortunately, when we activate Crush card, we can't deal them any damage. And at the time, I was super confused because I didn't know that that was a part of Crush card's effect, to be honest, but that's okay. And we draw into Super Poly, which is probably the best thing. I tried to Cerberus and destroy their card, but I didn't read. You can only destroy special summon cards. So we just go swinging. If they did end up taking our Cerberus, it would have been fine, because we would be able to swing in, deal damage, and then Super Poly. So, good game, even though it was a total slog. I respect, people playing weird anti-meta decks, so GG's. Well, that is going to do it this time. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTube stuff. But really quick, I wanted to say thank you so much for 1,000 subs. We've had a pretty rough year, and you all have made it so much better. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a great day, and God bless.